Previously on Tales from the Humpback Sky.
Owen, Thalorg twist their bodies, their bones cracking, the flesh ripping.
Ridge takes her silver arrow and attempts to stab it in this Thalorg creature's eye.
Textbook space crazies because of space ghosts, if you ask me.
If you open that door, Owen, you and all your friends will die. You will fail everyone.
Marmalade, marmalade, marmalade.
A silvered talon points towards you, and it says,
Marmalade?
great golden towers and their brass platforms spiral and rupture, tearing themselves apart as catastrophe issues forth. Golden barges, desperate to flee the swelling chaos, lurch into motion, some still half moored, only to have their momentum wrenched into sudden, violent halt. Hulls are split open, ships are disemboweled, their entrails of metal and cargo crumbling as they fall towards the ground. Below, pandemonium reigns supreme. The teeming masses writhe in blind terror, a crushing wave of bodies and souls suffocating one another as fear rolls through them. The portmaster, in his purple, gold, pinstriped, high-collared uniform, crawls backwards on trembling elbows, silk scraping against shattered stone and glass. His breath comes in short, panicked gasps, each one catching in his throat as if the air itself has turned thick and hostile. His eyes are wide, whites stark and shining, pupils blown open and black with terror as he stares up at the shadow that advances upon him. A looming mass swallows up the sun. Black armor plates slide into view, layered and brutal. The figure's helm is smooth and pitiless. Its face is a void. Metal scrapes softly as a massive blade is raised. The edge catches a faint glimmer of light as it comes to rest beneath the portmaster's chin. But another voice behind this hulking metal monstrosity breaks through the chaos. No! No! There's no need for further violence! Another figure appears, pale, luminous, not glowing so much as it refuses to cast a shadow. Its outline blurs at the edges as though the reality of itself is uncertain. Each step that it takes is like an afterimage, burning to the back of the eye, and in its hand is a sword, silver, flawless, and within the strange, warped figure of a man. The metal resonates as this image, this man in the sword, speaks. Tell me, Portmaster. Tell me, what is the trajectory of the ship known as the Star Razor?
Well. That's... Oh.
This large amalgamation of steel and silver, of melted, molten weaponry, wreathed in fire and smoke, drips burning, molten tears of metal as it moves slowly towards you. A large, sharp, burning talon points as it says, "Burn, burn, burn." And then it stops, and its burning, malformed head turns towards Ridge.
Ooh.
And it says,
Ridge Mackelbie, I No, you.
How do you know my name? Have we met before?
You look around yourself, Reg, and you can see your companions are all tense, focused in this moment. You feel the heat of this thing emanate out from its form like a furnace, and it stares at you. And then you feel a sense of recognition deep within yourself as it says,
Tharnazul.
Oh, are you the Ember Grudge?
I am the heated malice. I am the stalking fire. I am the Ember Grudge.
Oh, okay. So you don't just know me. We were, for a moment, the same being. And I freed you. I freed you from that little nang. Are we good? Are we good here? Can we work together? Because I'm not sure if you picked up by reading my mind, but I am not a big fan of those Inquisitors. They are, at this point in time, my mortal enemies.
Hold on. Is this a real guy and not a Marmalade guy?
Oh, good question. Maybe I am hallucinating.
Well, we can all see it, right? Maybe he's not a Marmalade. I was under the impression this was a Marmalade.
From your perspective, Owen, you absolutely see this thing.
Right.
It is beginning to move ever so slightly out from the now slowly melting doors. And it is speaking directly to Reg, and Reg is speaking directly to it, but you can't understand what they are saying as they are both speaking in that abyssal demonic tongue.
Right. I've heard him speak that before, though, so...
Okay. If Ridge knows she is speaking Abyssal, she's going to say, hold on, everyone. Just give us a moment. Don't do anything. I'm going to retroactively say that she said that before the conversation began. Yeah, so I'll say again, are we good? Because I think we are actually on the same side here. I think we both have a grudge against, well, an Ember grudge, if you will, against the Inquisitors.
The entity regards and seems to think about what you say, although it is somewhat difficult to tell. And then looking around at those arrayed with you, looking down and seeing the bodies of the demon stalkers, then looking at you, it says,
You and I are tied. Time does not exist for those of the Chaos Sea, those who were never born. We have always been. You and I are tied. I have no grudge with you, but those on this vessel have brought about their own reckoning, one that was always destined to come.
Okay, well, I just want to make clear that the people with me, this is Owen. You've seen him before. He was there when we fought the big pig, yes? And yep, this is Owen. And these others, they are essentially scavengers, I guess. What do you call it? What are people that go to old ships and take parts from? What's the word, Owen?
Space pirates.
Yeah, they're kind of like space pirates. They're just here looking for some profit. Perhaps we could work together. First of all, you were locked in here. Are there any more Inquisitors or their allies on this ship that you're aware of?
It pauses for a moment. You can see its burning hot talons are now on the side of the doorframe and are slowly melting into the steel. The metal is beginning to drip down into pools of molten liquid. For the rest of you, you cannot help but slowly back away as you feel that burning heat begin to blister and burn your skin. But the creature does not move forward. It stays where it is. And it says,
I do not owe information, mortal. You must give in order to receive. That is the nature of such things.
Okay. What is it that what can I give you?
Sacrifice.
Oh. She looks around at the others, not Owen, and sort of sizes them up a little bit.
It's
my
like
God.
that. It's like in those old cartoons when you've got like two people who are starving and one looks at another.
Yeah.
They turn into a chicken.
Yeah. You're seeing everybody as sacrificial chicken legs.
In like white virginal robes, like on a pyre. You're like, Tharnazul speaks again and says,
On countless worlds, the fires of sacrifice burn, and the smell is sweet. What will you burn?
What will I burn? Ha.
What do you got?
Well, and this is, I hesitate to suggest this, but I have something with me which is a symbol of the oppressors, the ones who torment and hunt you. And she takes from her back her silver bow, and with the returning arrow, and holds them forward and says, "Is this something worthy of sacrifice?"
the creature looks upon the weapon and just says, yes.
Have you got your inhaler?
Mum says I can't go out because of my anathema.
I got my anathema.
My anathema. I've got to get my inhaler.
my anathema.
I can't go out. I've got to do my anathema.
Is anathema the name of the bow, or is it just saying the word?
I think he is saying the word anathema as if the weapon itself is in opposition to what it is.
Yeah.
It brings out this massive talon made of molten, broken, and bent blades. And it says,
This is sacrifice. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm willing to give it to you, to sacrifice it, but it will leave me completely weaponless. But I understand that I think it's a sacrifice worth making if we are going to be on the same page here. And she takes the bow and approaches him and offers it to his giant claws.
as the bow begins to move towards the creature, it begins to shine with this great brilliance. And the demonic entity begins to recoil slightly, but then its own flames burst anew, and that heat once more begins to overwhelm you. Ridge, you feel the flesh in your hand begins to burn and blister. The pain is intense. And then the bow catches a light. You reflexively let go to clutch your burning, blistered hand, and the bow shines brilliantly like magnesium. You turn away from this illumination, and when the light flutters out, the bow is gone. Tharnazul looks at you, Ridge, and says,
A bargain has been made, Ridge Mackelbie. You have taken another step towards your true purpose. A dark path lies before you, and I will be your guide.
and then there is this creaking sound, like metal being bent and warped. Tharnazul's form bursts anew, and there is this massive influx of heat and light, and then it is gone. And in its place, floating with waves of heat around it, is a long black blade.
Oh,
So Tharnazul's gone.
Tharnazul is gone, and in its place is a weapon.
I don't think she would hesitate much. She goes forward to grasp the hilt of the long black blade.
You do so, and searing heat moves through your hand and up your arm, there is a burning pain that goes through and into your very heart and soul, and there it seems to linger. It is something that you feel, Ridge, will now always be there. But you also feel something else deep within yourself, deep within that community of souls. Something has joined. This weapon is Tharnazul.
Ah. Ooh. Don't think she quite realised the bargain she was making when she started this.
Well, this is her absolute modus operandi. Ridge is always trying to Kirby people up.
True. Adding people to the collective, mate, is very on brand.
Yeah. I feel like this is on brand for you.
I think I like to think that her arm is now permanently charred. Like the skin is charred. It still functions, but it always hurts a bit.
We got slugs for that if you want. Remember when I had a skeleton arm? Grew right back.
We'll get the slugs in action eventually. And I think she feels this addition to the collective. And I think it's a little bit like being on drugs. It's adding an energy to her that it's unnatural. It's not something she's used to. But she's containing it. She's holding it back because she knows if she gave into it, then something violent might happen. Yeah. And so she turns to Owen and says, I don't know exactly what I just agreed to, but that was Tharnazul, the demon who sort of possessed me for a while when we were fighting Big Fig. Remember that?
Yeah, absolutely. When you were like a flying fire demon, Ridge? Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, well, this sword is now him, and we are kind of one again. So Tharnazul is going to help us, at least for now. I don't know what happens long term, to expunge all of the Dark Inquisitors from this ship.
Sweet, cool sword.
Yeah.
What are the stats of the sword, Tom?
So, base stats, it acts as a longsword, but it also gives you access now to the spell Firebolt. So I will get you to roll a d6 for me, please.
Okay. 4.
You have 4 ranks in the spell Firebolt.
Wow. Okay, I will add that in.
I still know Firebolt. I've got 3 more casts of it.
You
So you're not special.
also,
Just so you know, you're not special.
So you know.
just so you know,
Everybody can do Firebolt. Everybody can do Firebolt.
it's a pretty basic spell. Pretty much. You also have an immunity to taking fire damage.
Oh,
that's cool.
And finally, now that the gap in your collective has been filled, your luck is no longer affected.
So gain back those 2 luck points that I lost when Sabrice died.
Correct.
Ooh.
You've lost Sabrice, and in its place, you have replaced her with a dark, malevolent entity of chaotic fire and flame.
Well, it's a
Trading up.
trading up. I don't know. She was pretty feisty. So
She was
She was
feisty.
feisty. Yeah.
Dukebone Drung, slinging back the large cannon that he carries onto his back and pulling up his aiming visor, just looks at you, Ridge, and says, "Well, you going to be a problem?"
No, not at all. No, this is a good thing. That demon's not our enemy. He was locked in there by whoever's still on this ship. So we're good. We're better than before.
He looks at you like dead in the eye, and then he looks sideways towards where Grisvit Susk is and says, "Susk, what you got to say on this?" And Susk just shrugs. "Well, I don't know much about demons." And then he walks away.
Me, but who does? Nobody I know. All right, onward. What now? Wait, where were we? What was this? This is the weaponry place?
Yes, Alistair puts a little finger up. Yes, I believe this is
cool.
the armory.
All right, let's have a look for laser beam cannons.
And Ridge is going to look for any kind of ranged weapon. Doesn't have to be fancy. Just she doesn't have a bow anymore, and that's kind of her thing.
Okay. Inside, a lot of the weaponry, a lot of the various protective robes and armor and various other items have been burned and melted and destroyed or partially damaged.
Man.
But there are a few things that remain. So you see that there is a large silver greatsword. Looks incredibly heavy. There are anti-demonic runes that seem to be carved into the blade. You also see what looks to be several quivers filled with silver-tipped arrows that still are relatively undamaged, although will most likely smell of smoke for a rather long time. You also see that there is a small collection of light armor in the style of Black Inquisitor robes. And finally, there is on a small table several pistolets.
Which are like small guns. We've talked about this before, right? They're guns that shoot.
Plasmic cores, yeah. So there are, and there's like, so there's a couple of these pistolets, and you can see maybe I'd say there's a couple of these pistolets and then 12 plasmic cores. And plasmic cores can be used in a variety of ways. They can obviously be used as ammunition for a fusel or a pistolet, but you can also break them and huff their energy to regain stamina back.
It's sort of like the Nangs, but for stamina and not luck.
Yeah, you can use it essentially, not so much to get like health back, but you can use it in place of stamina when you cast a spell.
Oh, okay.
But there's a risk as well that you completely destroy yourself, right?
Yes. So if you use one in that way, you can overdose.
Right.
Yes. So they can be. I'll read it out. So plasmic cores are crystallized starlight cast in metal, or astral vapors captured in glass, or maybe hard ghosts. Whatever it is, it's pretty and used as a fuel source for exotic weapons and reckless magicians. A plasmic core can be cracked open and huffed by a wizard in place of spending stamina on a spell. However, if an oops table roll is called for, the wizard has overdosed and drops dead, foaming at the mouth.
Ah, good.
Now, I can't touch that, but I think it might be useful if you took that silver sword, because this entire ship seems to be...
I've been eyeing that one up. Yeah. I'm going to put that in my trailer on my go-kart.
Dukebone Drung is going to just put a hand on your shoulder, Owen, and just go, now, is that your dibs?
Yes. Dibs.
All right. I'm just letting you know, the contract that you signed, you get one dibs.
Oh, there could be cool things later.
Everything else goes into the collective. But you get it. Is this your dibs? I'm just asking.
No. This is going in the collective.
All right.
Okay, but we should take it with us, though, because it might be useful as a key to get us through.
Yeah. True. Which will benefit everybody.
Is it okay, Dukebone, if we take it with us?
He strokes his chin and says, yeah, I suppose so. Just got to clarify is all. You know how things are. Got to be communicating.
Yep, true. Well, everything to be even, Stephen, above board, for sure.
Yes, indeed. Even those Stevens. All right. Just letting you know, you get a dibs.
One.
Now, he turns to you, Reg, and he says, now, I'm not exactly sure about your situation because you kind of gave your weapon in exchange for another weapon. So I'm not sure if that counts as a dibs. There's not really a lot of minutia about demonic bargains and weapon exchanges in the contract. So we might have to discuss it later. But I'm going to say you still get your dibs for now, but I'll talk to Yidril when we get back to the ship.
Oh, that's very generous. I think that makes sense, given that this sword that I'm holding isn't really a sword. It is a being. It's a demon. It just happens to be in the form of a sword to make it easy for me to carry.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'll let the captain make the final word on that. But for now, I feel in my guts that this doesn't quite count towards a dibs. And then I feel like you carrying the weapon, Owen, if it's in the collective, that makes sense. You're a pretty hefty guy. So
Yeah, strong.
I'm happy to go along with it. Alistair, does that seem like it fits? You've got the contract digitized in that cranium of yours. Alistair seems to be computing something in their mind and then says, yes, you are right, Dukebone, in the sense that there is not a lot of terminology or minutiae in regards to demonic pacts. So I think within the spirit of the contract, you are within bounds. So yes, currently you are within standing of the contract. Thalorg puts a hand on your shoulder, Ridge, and just says, are you okay, Ridge? Your arm looks very painful.
Oh, yes. It is a little painful, but something about the sword is making it feel, like when you've got a wiggly tooth. It hurts, but it kind of feels good. Does that make sense?
No.
You can't stop wiggling it because you just wiggle, 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 wiggle. It's a little bit like that. It's like it's good and bad pain, and I'm okay. I'm fine. But I appreciate you, looking out for me, Thalorg. You're a good friend.
Yes, I was a little worried because that thing was massive and very dangerous looking. We're all a little bit hurt from those death balls that came out of the walls before. So I was a little concerned.
Yeah, nothing to be worried about. I think this is a good thing. And I don't know, destiny. I feel like this is destiny.
Yes, I do too. All right, well, we should probably move. And now that you've got a big, giant silver sword, you can probably unlock some rooms now, Owen.
Yeah, 100%. That's the idea, right? This is basically a key, and I am the master of keys.
That you are. You have those keys with you as well.
I've got magic keys. I'm a key wizard. All right.
100%. 100%.
100%, right, mate. Okay, where's the next door? We finished here, everybody? Has everyone done? Anyone got more dibs to do, or talking about dibs, or can we go?
No dibs to me. I think they've put all the stuff in the communal collection and put it in your little trolley there, and we'll head off the next one.
Yeah. Okay.
You see as Dukebone Drung makes his way to the various items, and he takes out a little black sphere on his belt that almost looks like perhaps a grenade of some kind, but then he clicks a button and it expands to about the size of a large beach ball. It then opens up and he begins depositing all of the items and undamaged weapons and armor into it, then closes it up, clicks the button, and then it retracts back to its original size. And he puts it on his belt.
Yeah,
fancy
nice.
science.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Where do we want to go next? Alistair, what's next?
We tried the reliquary and it was sealed, but now that we have a sword, perhaps...
Yeah, true. Yeah. Let's head back there. That's a good idea. Let's do that.
All right. So you make your way back into the common area. There you can see the broken remnants of the security spheres and the large closed door of the reliquary room. The reliquary room. The reliquary room. The reliquary room.
Every house has one.
Ooh, you really got to pronounce the query. Reliquary.
Mm-hmm.
Alistair looks at you, Owen, and then with a porcelain hand gestures towards the slot in which a silver sword is to be placed.
Yeah, got it. I grab the giant silver sword from the back of my little go-kart and I gently thrust it in.
Okay.
I'm listening out for a click or something.
It slides in smoothly and cleanly.
Of course it
and
does.
then there is a slight click.
Yeah,
and then
I knew it.
Alistair looks at you and says, I think you should turn it to the right.
Thanks, Alistair. I know how to do keys. Thanks, mate. I twist it.
And it turns. The doors
I push it.
retract and open, revealing the original door, which then also retracts and opens.
See, nothing to it.
A slight cold air brushes past you, and you smell a faint, lingering aroma of wood oil varnish. The room is dark, but Alistair's eyes soon light up like high beams illuminating the space. Inside, you see a domed ceiling, etched with dense spirals of tiny script, names, titles, declarations. It's not quite clear. The light from Alistair's eyes begins to bleed into the very corners of the room. The air is cold, dry. The floor is a latticework of hexagonal plates engraved with, to your eyes, Reg, containment sigils. Within stacks of wooden shelves, reliquaries are placed, each behind a reinforced glass wall. There's a slight humming sound. You can see all manner of strange, esoteric items. Some seem of mundane shape, others are a little difficult to look at. Close at hand, you see an old iron bell. Another, a melted bronze key. To your left, you see what looks to be a large wooden spoon with strange symbols carved into it. Nearby, it's a silvered, shining helm. You also notice stacks of sealed scrolls, a child's shoe, a small gold rifle, a broken king's crown, and many, many holy symbols from countless deities. Jukebone whistles.
Well, this is a lot of tchotchkes. Chaka. A lot of tchotchkes.
What? What's a tchotchke? What's a tchotchke?
I don't even know what a reliquary is.
It's like a doodad, like a thingamabob, a tchotchke, like a doofa, like a skibbity-boob,
Are these all skibbity boobs from the planet below that was destroyed, or are these like from all around the Humpback Sky?
Make for me a awareness check.
Okay. So just by skill?
Or actually make an awareness check and then we'll see if that requires further rolls.
Almost certainly. No, it's a fail.
Okay. It's hard to ascertain. You'll need to fully go in and start investigating and having a look at these items.
Well, Owen wants to do that. Owen wants to look at the silver helmet.
Okay. You make your way inside, and as you are about to step forward, Owen, Alistair's porcelain hand goes onto your shoulder.
Yes.
Those symbols on the floor, I don't exactly know what they mean. I am in the process of computating their meaning. But
they mean containment, don't they? Is that what? Do I know they mean containment?
Containment for you. So yeah, it seems to be some kind of sigil to contain these items, keep them. Keep them in a certain pristine state, and also, in a sense, keep them from demonic influence.
All right. So, so I should go just strolling on in then, is what you're saying. I think that's fair.
Yes.
What do we do then? How do we stop it? Do I smash it?
Well, maybe you can roll in, but I can't anymore. Maybe that's what we're talking about.
Shall we test it? Shall I just test it?
I'm not going to go near that thing. I think I will be very...
I'm testing it. I'm just going to step over it. Let's see what happens.
Okay. As you put a foot down onto the floor and land it upon one of those sigils.
I am thinking very angelic thoughts, if that helps at all.
Harps, halos, clouds. Nothing happens.
Yeah, see, easy. Right.
Alistair just says, I'm sorry to have put you at unease.
No, I was never at unease, mate. You just safety first, I guess. I'm just going to look at this helmet now.
You come up towards the helmet, and you can see yourself almost reflected within it.
Oh, Kennick would love this.
The
Always in for a
helm,
reflection.
the helm seems as if it has been slightly dented. And looking closer at it, you can see within the helmet, there seems to be a broken skull.
Oh. Interesting. I'll try and get it out.
Your hand goes to the glass. And as your hand touches the glass, you don't feel any pain. But as your hand just about touches the glass, your hand boop, just goes backwards.
Oh, force backwards.
And then you try and do it again, boop, backwards.
Oh.
Backwards.
There are security measures at play. Can we shut this off? How do we shut this off?
Maybe swipe it with your sword.
Oh, could try. Jab, jab.
You took the sword out of the lock, out of the little key slot?
Yeah, I sure did. Did the door shut?
No, they didn't. Yeah, it's fine. You get the sense that they put essentially like they'll put their blade in, they'll turn it, they'll take it out, the door's open. So with the sword in hand, you touch it to the glass and the glass vanishes.
Oh. And I tentatively reach through that space with my hand.
You reach out and you hold, you grab the helm.
Yeah.
As you do, it begins to shake. And you hear this.
There's someone in me. Oh, God. I put it down. I put it down and walk away.
Yeah, you put it down and it instantly stops.
Ugh, nah, don't touch that. That's
Owen.
a.
Did anyone else hear that, or is it in his head? Oh, is this
Oh
a
yeah,
marmalade?
that could have been a marmalade.
It could have been a marmalade, but it was not.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay, good. That sounds annoying. That sounds like something I don't want to deal with. It was giving me flashbacks to what's his face?
Escahal?
Yeah. That's like an Escahal level helmet. We're going to leave that there. Right. Next.
As you say this, Owen, reflected in the helmet, you see something a little further down the corridor, and it certainly takes your fancy.
Ooh.
Turning around and making your way down the corridor, you can see behind that same thick glass, there is a belt of metallic skulls.
Oh, I've seen this belt before.
Well, where? We've never seen a belt like that before, Owen.
Didn't I see it in my vision of when I got the keys?
Oh, when the future us is coming.
Yeah, that's my belt. Dibs on the belt. Dibs.
We got a Dibs. Take that down, Alistair.
Write it down. I'm dibsing it. And then I jab at the area around it with the sword. Jab, jab.
This glass disappears.
Okay, I pick up the belt and hope that it doesn't start talking.
The belt does not start talking.
Hallelujah.
It's heavy, and the skulls are beautifully carved.
Oh, the craftsmanship.
Each one has etched upon its metallic surface various strange runes and glyphs. There are about 6 skulls in all, each one a little different in size, but more or less uniform. There is a strange warmth to it and a sense of deja vu.
Okay. I'm going to put it on. Wait, Reg, can you read any of these skull words? This a language you speak?
I don't know. Can I, Mr. GM?
If you want to make a history roll, you can attempt to.
Sure. That is a success.
Okay. These seem to be warding glyphs and seem to be specifically on warding one against death.
Oh, all right. Yep, putting that on.
The belt seems to fit you perfectly, Owen.
That's what they say.
It seems to wrap itself around your waist as if it was silk.
Oh, this is a surprisingly comfortable belt.
And it is comfortable. It was quite heavy in your hand, but once around your waist, it feels rather light.
Like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Ridge, from what you can ascertain from the wards and the glyphs, while one wears this belt, if they suffer a wound so grievous that it causes them to die, one of these skulls will be destroyed in their place.
Wow.
Holy shit. Have I got like 6 lives? Like a cat, but not 9.
However, as you continue to read these runes and glyphs and markings, you also read that one who wears this belt is unable to benefit from mundane healing.
Is this the end of the coconut crispy biscuit situation? Is that what I'm hearing?
Or the worms, the maggoty worms that heal us. Or some, what are we talking here, Tom? What are we talking?
Meaning that provisions do not work while you are wearing this belt.
Provisions have been, other than Thalorg, and maybe Ken, arguably, provisions have been our greatest ally so far.
Yes, the coconut crispy biscuit. I love them. Oh, it's so fashionable, though.
And if future you was wearing it and you don't wear it, you're changing the future.
If that's who it was. I don't mind changing the future, mate. The future's what you make of it. I don't care if those two figures came from the bars and like gave me the magic keys. I'm like, cool. They did that. But I do like this belt. I think I'm going to keep it.
Is it like cursed? Can he take it off when he needs to?
Let me try.
I mean,
I take it off.
It comes off.
And I put it back on.
And it goes back on.
Like that.
And you can
like
only
a
do it
normal
once.
belt.
Now it never comes off.
So all I got to do in battle is if you fall, I got to slip your belt off, put a little Lamington in your mouth, and put your belt back on.
I'm not going to cheat the belt system, Ridge.
Okay.
Let's not try and cheat the belt. Okay, boys? Let's let the belt. It's either on or it's off.
That's right.
If I know anything about belts, never remove another man's belt.
Hard agree.
Unless they consent to the belt removal in a specific moment.
Obviously.
Anyway, look, we're getting into the minutiae of belt removal, and I feel like we might be going off topic.
Let's circle back to Dibs.
Yes.
And talk about that more.
The Dibs seems to be accepted by Dupo.
Okay, good. He didn't want it. He don't want this belt. That's my belt.
Now, there are a lot of doodads in this reliquary. This might take a bit of time to start racking them up, and knowing that this is a demon stalker type place. And he looks at you, Ridge, and he goes, "Oh, Marmalade, your head's spinning around. It's spinning around. It's off. Your head's a crab. Your head's a crab.
No, it's a marmalade.
His head's a crab. His head's a crab."
No, you're right the first time. It's just a marmalade.
Alistair walks up to him and just like slaps him several times across the face until Duke Bone kind of like, he's like going to grab his massive cannon. He's like, "Oh, okay, all right, sorry. Yeah, no, your heads are normal. Sorry, for a moment, all your heads were crabs."
Yeah, that was a bad marmalade, but we got through it.
Can I speak to Tharnazul? Like if maybe I look into the blade and see his reflection in it?
Well, there is no reflection, unfortunately, in the blade. It is jet black. But you can attempt to speak with him if he is part of your collective.
Okay, I think Sophia's going to look inward and just ask Tharnazul, there's something on this ship making us see and hear things that aren't there. Is there one of our kind, or is it something the Dark Inquisitors are doing?
There is a long pause, but you feel the demon's presence. And then it says,
"There are others of my kind here. We were unleashed, but something else, something different lingers within this vessel. Something that is scraping your minds for information. I do not know what it is."
Well, that's concerning. Okay. Ridge passes it on to the group that whatever is mucking with our minds probably isn't a demon and is something unknown that even Tharnazul doesn't know about.
I mean, okay. If we don't know what it is, we just got to keep an eye out, keep reminding ourselves that it's marmalades, and we'll deal to it if we ever come across it, you know?
Agree. Right. Well, Alistair, I need you to take inventory here. We're not going to touch any of this stuff until we can properly inventory it and get an understanding of what these things do. But this is a haul indeed. So a lot of this stuff, I think, mostly just has kind of religious-y value. So we'll see how much that gets us. But there's some hefty-looking items in here. And that talking skull helmet, I mean, someone's probably going to maybe want that.
Not me.
Right. Well, Alistair, you need to do inventory here, which means he's going to be preoccupied.
Well, while he's busy doing that, shall we? We've only just entered this room. Shall we walk around the perimeter, make sure it's safe, check for doors, see if there's any demons in here, that kind of thing? What do you think?
And also, Thalorg, if you've seen anything yet from your home planet, that's the reason we came, right? To try and find some connection to your world.
Thalorg is like looking at all the various items that you can currently see, but he shakes his head and he says, I do not recognize anything here. Nothing spooks to me.
Okay, well, I think we need to keep looking. There's got to be something.
I'll get both of you to make awareness checks as you begin to make your way. The room is not large. There's about 8 or so stacks of these shelves.
I failed.
I rolled pretty good. What am I trying to do? Roll under my skill?
Under your skill or awareness.
Yeah. So it'll be under your base. So what did you roll?
6.
Okay. You move through the shelves. Alistair is moving pretty quickly as he is making entries in his mind of all these different artifacts. And as you scour and search, Ridge, everything here has some kind of esoteric, religious, or tied to some kind of purpose in regards to demon stalking. Some you kind of see and understand, others they're a little bit beyond. Owen, you come across something that you think you've seen before, and it's a folded cloak. Ridge is back a few ways looking through the glass at other items, but you see this first. It's a folded, tattered cloak. And where the cloak is clasped, there is a silver brooch. And the brooch looks like an arrow and a bow.
Huh. What color is the cloak?
It's like a dark gray, and the brooch is silver.
Silver. Is it behind a case or is it on the ground?
Similar. It is behind the same glass wall, which, touching it with your blade, it disappears.
I pick up the cloak.
Picking it up and unraveling it, it's small. It seems to be made for a child.
Do I remember it from being in the past version of the village?
You remember seeing cloaks of this exact nature on those who had died in the village.
I think this could be quite triggering. I think Ridge should see it.
What you got there, Owen?
Oh, Ridge. Like trigger warning, TW, TLDR, dead kid cloak.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this a child's cloak? Sorry, I missed that. Is this a child's
Yeah,
cloak?
it is, mate. It looks like it's about the size for a child. Like, yeah. I don't know.
I'm going to inspect it. Just give it a really good looking over to see if there's anything that tells me if it's the cloak of who I think it is.
Chip.
Yeah.
You turn it over in your hands, and you begin accessing parts of your mind that perhaps you don't naturally access. As you turn it over, it has a similar weight, a similar feel, and then you also see a long, mended rip going up from the bottom of the cloak several inches, where you remember your son, Chip, catching it on a briar and ripping it when he was playing with the cloak when he shouldn't have been. And you sewed it up. This is Chip's cloak.
Okay. So in Ridge's mind, on Sophia's mind, all that this tells her is that for some reason, these Dark Inquisitors took her son's cloak. But she doesn't know anything more than that.
Yeah, why is it here?
Yeah, why? I mean, thank you, Owen. I'm glad you found this, but I don't know what it means. Why would they take my son's cloak? He's dead.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they will take souvenirs from everything they do.
You hold this garment in your hands, Ridge, and you can't help but remember that day, seeing Danathan, seeing Chip, consumed by the fearful crowd of your community as that demon ripped through reality and tore your world apart. And as you dwell on that, as you think on that, there is a tugging on your leg, and you turn, and there, looking up at you with those large eyes, is your son. Mummy, Mummy. And then again, you see him by Owen. And then again, sitting up on top of the high shelf, then behind the glass, then on the other shelf, hitting the glass. Mummy, 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 mummy.
She draws her sword and just says, "Stop! Stop!"
Oh, and you see, Ridge, this black blade in their hand, and it ignites with this black burning fire.
Cool. Reggie, you all right, mate? Are you seeing stuff? Are you marmalading?
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Runs down and like dives towards Ridge and goes to like smack Ridge across the face.
I think Owen's going to try and yank the cloak out of her hands as well.
Okay.
What does
Ridge.
Ridge see?
Yeah, great question. As you draw your weapon, you see just this multitude of chips beginning to move up and around you. You can see Owen and then Thalorg, but they are beginning to be subsumed by this wave of your sun as this undulating horde of your offspring begins to rise bigger and bigger. Hands beginning to claw up your legs, grabbing at you, pulling your arms, moving across your shoulders, grabbing your neck, fingers trying to move into your mouth and your ears and your eyes, all saying, "Mummy, mummy, mummy, mummy." Can you roll your luck, please?
Oh man, I don't have much luck left. That's a fail.
Okay. You are now completely convinced that whatever is happening to you is real.
Oh, God.
Okay.
You've forgotten Owen, you've forgotten Thalorg, you've forgotten the mission. All you are aware of at this point is this teeming horde of your son.
Yep. Okay.
What do you do?
Ridge doesn't think this is her son. She knows something is messing with her, but she sees enemy, and this desecration of her son must be destroyed.
You become surrounded and subsumed by the weight of your many, many sons as they cry out and attempt to tear you apart and suffocate you in their multitudes. We are now in initiative.
Enjoying Tales from the Humpback Sky? Rate, review, and follow wherever you get your podcasts from. It helps more than you think. Thanks for listening.